So now let's move on to the basic essentials. These are the 4 C's. You might know about these already, but let me just go through them and see if I can give you some good tips on how to get a beautiful ring for a much better price. The 4 C's are for carat, cut, clarity, and color. What is the carat of a diamond? Many people mistakenly believe that the carat refers to the size of the diamond. That is not, in fact, the case, right? A carat is measurement of metric weight, not size or diameter. It's actually your weight. So think of it in terms of a scale. A carat is a universal measurement of a gemstone and a pearl. So that's interesting, right? We don't just say carat for diamonds, but we say carat for other gemstones, like, for example, rubies, but also pearls. And what is it? It's exactly this. It's 1 metric carat is equal to 200 milligrams and is divisible into 100 points of 2 milligrams each. So I know that's confusing. So I'm going to give you a real life scenario. This is my wife's ring here. Her ring was a 1.7 carat, or sorry, 1.07 carat diamond, so just over 1 carat, which means that it weighs 214 milligrams. So hopefully that helps that calculation for you in your head. Okay, and what is the origin of this strange term carat, right? You think something you would crunch on, a crunchy, orange vegetable. Of course, that's not true. It actually is delineated from a term from the carob seeds. These are seeds that are still around today. And historically, they used them to measure jewelry back in Europe and in the Middle East because it was believed that there was very little variance between these seeds, right? All the seeds were very much the same size. So interestingly enough, the carob seed is equal, 1 carob seed is equal to 1 carat of a diamond. Tips on carat category. Okay, so 1, side diamonds are included in the overall carat count when you buy an engagement ring. So make sure you know what the center stone's carat is. Make sure you ask for that. Number 2, side stones are often much cheaper by the carat, so use that to your advantage if you're not able to afford a large center stone, right? If you can only afford a smaller stone, that's fine, but maybe you can offset that with some side diamonds that will be much cheaper. Carat size has an impact on the aesthetics of the ring and how it fits on the finger. It's all about the balance, right? So what do I mean by that? If you're marrying a woman who has very petite fingers, as I did, then you can get away with a much smaller center stone, much smaller carat. That's why I was able to get a 1 carat stone for my wife, and it still looks beautiful on her hand. So it's something to keep in mind. Beware of shallow cut diamonds that are made to look larger, because this will decrease the value and the beauty of the stone. We'll talk about that in a moment. Now, cut. Cut refers to the symmetry, proportioning, and polish of the diamond. The cuts are measured against a few different places. One is the depth, one is the table, the girdle, the crown, the pavilion, right? All of these things matter a lot. And if you wanted to know what the ideal cut is and what those measurements are, here they are. I'm not going to go through them just for time, but that is how the GIA and others would define basically an excellent cut, round, brilliant stone, okay? Obviously, the measurements are different if you're getting an emerald cut or, a princess cut, but for the most popular stone, these would be the measurements. The cut of the diamond directly influences the brilliance or the flare, the fire of the stone, what makes it gorgeous, right? So going all the way to the left here on this diagram, like I was saying, those short, shallow diamonds appear to make your diamond look bigger because it's wider, right? But if you look at the reflection diagram there, you'll see that the light comes in from the top and is pushed out of the side of the diamond. So it's not coming back up and be reflected through the stone, which you can see there in the middle in the ideal, right? The light's coming down, it bounces around and comes back up. And that's what's making that beautiful fire and brilliance come out of your stone. If you go all the way to the right and you have your diamond's cut too deep, it's going to make your diamond look smaller, but it's also going to not have a lot of fire because the light's coming in from the top and then being pushed out again from the bottom, right? So you really want to stay within the good to ideal area. Again, we'll get to that in a moment. There's what they call the spectrums of sparkle, and this is basically how does your ring or how does your diamond react to different types of light. So first is brilliance. That's the light reflected in and out of the diamond. Having perfect proportions will prevent light leakage from the side or the bottom, like we talked about earlier. You have the fire, the light dispersion that appears in flashes of those beautiful rainbow colors, right? It's gorgeous. It's beautifully seen in those darker environments, like a candlelit dinner, or maybe you're sitting by the fire. Scintillation is how your diamond looks really in the opposite type of lighting environment. Let's say you're in the office, if you're at work, right? Pretty well lit. This is the light passing through the faucets that intensely sparkles, right? So it makes it seem like the diamond is moving and dancing. So just something to think about there, but there are a slightly difference in those spectrums. Some diamond shapes have more sparkle, right? That is exactly why diamonds, round diamonds, are the most popular because of their brilliance, right? So they're called round brilliant, and they have one of the most amount of facets that that really add to the sparkle of those rings, right? But the good news is that there's other shapes out there that have over 50 facets. That's what I would stick to. You have princess, oval, marquise, heart, pear, and radiant. Those are all beautiful diamonds. You might be asking yourself, oh man, I know I want to have an emerald cut, or she wants to have an emerald cut. Maybe he wants one. Emeralds are definitely they're not going to show as well as these other diamonds, but they're beautiful for other reasons. So it's not like I would tell you not to buy the shape that everyone is really hoping for. Now, here's one of the biggest points I want to get across during this webinar is don't worry, right? Don't overthink it. The diamond grading agencies have certified the quality for you, okay? So as long as you follow what I'm about to tell you, then you're going to be fine. And this is also for those who are considering buying online. All you got to do is make sure that the diamond grade falls within the parameters I'm about to give you, okay? There's two diamond quality agencies out there, or grading agencies, I should say. You have the AGS, which is the American Gems Society, and then you have GIA, which is Gemological Institute of America. I am more familiar and I use GIA a lot more because more diamonds are graded by the GIA, but AGS is totally fine. If you're being pushed a diamond by a jeweler that is not graded, absolutely walk away. That is one big red flag that should get you to be like, I need to get out of here. Okay, that is not a reputable entity. Okay, so let's get to it. Try to select diamonds with a cut grade of very good or better. Okay, I would not go too good unless you're talking about side diamonds. But if it's the center diamond, stick to very good or better. Okay, so let's talk about the tips for cut. Number one, shallow cut diamonds appear larger, but decrease the quality and beauty of your stone. So watch out for that. Number two, stick to diamond shapes that offer the most brilliance, the ones we recommended. Three, make sure you get a diamond that is graded and certified by either the GIA or AGS. Number four, look for diamonds with a cut grade of very good or better. Again, for your center stone, you can go a little bit lower than that for side diamonds. And then number five, GIA offers laser inscriptions that code your diamond for easy identification against your grading report. Why does this matter? There are plenty of stories that I've heard, and I'm in the diamond business here in New York. I've seen this happen time and time again. You walk in, you look at a bunch of diamond rings, you don't like any of those diamond rings, The jeweler says, hey, why don't you come in the back? We have a bunch of loose diamonds. They're called loose diamonds. And they show you a bunch of diamonds that are not currently on a ring. They're not setted into a ring. Okay. And you'll pick your diamond and you'll be like, this is a beautiful diamond. And what they do is some of these people will actually switch out your diamond when they build your ring and they'll put in a less graded diamond in there. Okay, so they kind of do a bait and switch on you, which is a major issue of fraud. And I'm telling you, this happens more often than you would think. So the idea here is if you get diamonds that are already inscripted with these codes, and those jewelers should have some loose diamonds that have those codes, then select one of those that has it so that you can check it. Also, make sure the jeweler understands that's exactly what you're going to do, because then they know they won't be able to fraud you.